Hello, this is Lora O'Brien and I'm here to answer the question about Ogham. So is the Ogham really associated with tree lore? And unfortunately the answer to that is yes and no, and I'll explain why. So I am qualified to answer this question because besides being the founder of the Irish Pagan School, I am also the founder of the Ogham Academy, that's Ogham Academy, here online, and I have just finished, last year I just finished a master's thesis on the topic of the Ogham and Irish identity. So I've done a bit of research on this, you could say, and it's also been a major lifelong passion of mine, a study of the Ogham. Always been fascinated with it, which led, of course, to the thesis. So we do have a medieval manuscript tradition which does have trees associated with the Ogham Feda. That's F-E-D-A. So that's the letters of the Ogham alphabet or script. So each one does have a tree or plant or bush associated with it. They're not all trees. And this comes from a source called the Ogam or the Scholar's Primer, which you can find online, was translated by George Calder, C-A-L-D-E-R. And if you search for his name and the Scholar's Primer, you will definitely find a copy of that free online. I believe there's some reprints as well on Amazon and that kind of thing, so you can definitely pick up a copy. And you can read for yourself how the medieval monks, the Illuminati of Irish medieval scholarship, were using the Ogham, and they kind of associated it with a great and glorious past, really, of the Irish. And this was the classical tradition of the Irish, and it kind of formed a bedrock for that. And the Irish language obviously was very important through that period. So that's all there. Now, saying that there's tree associations kind of is only a tiny slice of the story, where we also have lists of river associations. We have crafts and art forms associations. We have colour associations. We have bird associations. We even have pig associations. Yes, you heard that right, pigs. So the tree lore is only a tiny part of the story. And why we have such a common association with Ogham and trees now is because a guy called Robert Graves basically took that tiny bit, ran with it, and just blew it out of all proportion, made a load of nonsense up, and, you know, which was just pure fiction. He wrote a book called The White Goddess, which is very popular source material for the neo-pagan resurgence or neo-pagan rising in the 80s and 90s, I suppose. And it has become so garbled and mangled. It's very, very frustrating. So don't believe anything modern really that you read, especially from any kind of pseudo-spiritual source. Make sure that you're getting good quality scholarship. David Stifter has great Ogham resources, as does Nora White, who runs the Ogham in 3D project. You can go and look up all the stones. They focus on the monumental period, which was the classic Ogham period. And that was the Ogham stones, the inscriptions from the 5th to the 7th century, more or less, in Ireland, was kind of the height of that monumental or classic Ogham tradition. And what I was referring to with the medieval monks was the manuscript tradition, which was basically where the monks took that and kind of ran with it, you know. So it's really a fascinating history, and Ogham is something that has never really gone away within Irish heritage, Irish culture, even down to modern day. So if you want to check the original medieval manuscript resource in translation, you definitely go and look up George Calder's The Scholar's Primer, or Ogam. And we also have at the Ogham Academy, so that's Ogham.academy, you can download a free PDF about the Ogham, which will give you the letters and some of the meanings. And we have on our YouTube channel, which is Ogham Academy as well, if you look for that, You will find like pronunciation guides and all sorts of stuff. We have a blog at the Ogham Academy which has links to all of this stuff. So there's really a wealth of resources there which are very grounded in the academic and factual side of things, but also take care of people who have a spiritual or magical interest in working with the Ogham in contemporary paganism in modern times as part of your heritage or part of your spiritual beliefs or practices. So all of that is available for you and it's all there for free. You can just go and have a look and make sure that you get good quality resources. So Slán, that's OGHAM.academy. Slán go fóill. Bye.